Hi everyone, it's us again.
Hello, Oregano.
Oh, Sarah. So we are doing our week of top 10 oils and how to use them, because this is the pack that most people get when they sign up with doTERRA, is the Home Essentials pack, which includes the top 10 oils. And if you're new to essential oils, you sometimes don't know what to do. Or maybe you've been to a class and you've been overwhelmed with the information that's been shared. So this is just a nice short way just to help you work through some of the oils in your pack.
Our goal is to encourage you to actually open your pack up and use them.
Yes.
Yes.
And then order some more, because that's
Exactly.
what we're wanting. We're inspiring people to use more natural solutions to help with their everyday things.
Yeah.
So there's this saying that we say is 80% of your first aid kits or your at-home experiences can be resolved by having a box of oils and a book to match knowing what to do. So I actually wanted to share that, but you've got your computer on the book. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Sometimes, people think we're really clever because we know all these things about the oils. We are.
Just kidding.
But we get a lot of our information online, or like this is the most beautiful book ever. It's just got heaps and heaps of information, and it's done by either oil base or it's done by, look at that, that's marjoram. Or by a condition or by body system. So this is really useful if you've started up an account and you're looking for resources. Getting a hardcover book, you want to put that under again? No. Is a great way to start out, because then you don't have to always be in touch with the person who signed you up. You just are using your own reference points.
And if you don't like a book, you can always download the app on a phone.
Yes.
So a lot of people have it on hand. You don't always want to carry your book around everywhere you go.
No, you don't.
No.
Not always.
Not always.
Sometimes, maybe.
She does.
So what are we bringing to you? So it's 2 minutes in and you still don't know what we're talking about. Right, we are introducing which oil?
Oregano.
Sarah likes to put oregano upside down always, or even she did that with her piece today. I like it. So to be honest, this is, Sarah knows this, but this is like my go-to oil for so many things, which I'm going to share with you. But when I first got my kit, this oil, I looked at it and I thought, when am I ever going to use that? I don't cook a lot of Italian stuff. I don't use that kind of spice oregano in my food much. So this is going to be a bit of a waste.
How else would you use it?
Yeah, so that was my sort of feeling about it. And then I started to learn a little bit more about what it does and how powerful this oil really is.
And it certainly is a powerful oil.
So tell us why.
Well, it's a hot, we have cooling oils like peppermint, but we also have hot oils, and oregano is a hot oil. And literally it is hot. So you do not want to go putting this neat without being diluted on any of your sensitive areas like your face or anywhere, because it is going to burn. And Amanda, had that happen to you, didn't you?
I did.
Yes.
I will share that story. But this is a great oil to talk about with the safety of essential oils. Like, you should always be diluting your oil just to make sure that your skin sensitivity is in there. So with this oil that's a little bit more what they call caustic or hot, you really want to be making sure that that dilution rate is good. The other thing is you're never going to put it into your open spaces like your ears, up your nose, in other areas where you have holes. Bad idea, right?
Yeah.
And then this is a very good example of less is more. So 1 drop of this, particularly in cooking, it can destroy your entire meal if you use too much. So our hot tip is to put a toothpick in, swirl it around, and then put that into your sauce or your bolognese or whatever it is that you're making. So really a little goes a very long way with this oil.
And I think when we made some crackers, we actually put a bit on our hand, rubbed it through, and then massaged it through our cracker mixture, and that was just a little bit less than just dropping it in one area. Yeah.
Crazy strong.
Yes.
Anyway, so how do you use it, Sarah?
I use it, number one way I would use oregano is when we're feeling, me or my husband is feeling something coming on, Like I know my husband Ray is sick. He's been sick these last few days. So he has his oregano next to his bed with a fractionated coconut oil, and he's been applying it to his feet before when he wakes up in the morning with socks, and also when he goes to bed at night, but making sure he puts socks on after that. So,
why do you put socks on?
So the oil doesn't go all over the floor.
Yeah, and it wraps around.
Do you want a demo?
I want a demo. How do you put it on? So what we've got here is a foot, and then this is already diluted with coconut oil. So as mine was getting low, I topped it up. So basically when it was like about that much left in the bottle, maybe about 20 or 30 drops, then I added fractionated coconut oil. We've got our little rollable top, which is great to just apply. So this lives actually in my bathroom, and I apply that at night or in the morning.
Would I put it on both of my feet?
Of course. Of course. You want to see the other one? Prevention is better than cure, they say.
Right. And then my sock. I've got my fluffy socks on today.
So with this oil, even with the coconut oil, go wash your hands afterwards, because if you put it in your eye like I did just now, it's going to sting and hurt. So here's another safety tip. If you get oil in your eye or anywhere that's really causing you discomfort, don't wash it away with water, because don't you know, oil and water don't mix. So grab some coconut oil again, or olive oil, or whatever you've got around, and then just apply that on to create the soothing around that area.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, because the first thing we want to do is reach for water.
We do, yeah.
All right, tell us the other way you like to use the oil.
Well, I use it in cooking. Oh no, there's another way. There's lots of different ways. A great little tip is if you have a little wart or a skin tag on your body, don't go, like we said, don't go pouring it on or dripping it on directly onto your skin, but put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil around the little spot that you want to get a cotton tip and dip it in, or just put the oil on the cotton tip and then dab it onto the skin tag, and that should drop off after a little while of using it every day.
Yeah, so I did that, and I think it didn't happen immediately, and I was a little like, oh, that didn't work. But then about 2 weeks later, this little skin tag just dropped off. I was like, oh, that's fantastic. And I actually only applied it once. I didn't do it much more than that. What's your safety tip around when you do the dab, did you say?
Yeah, put fractionated coconut oil around the skin tag so that you don't get it on the good skin.
So let's talk about my story very quickly. One of the ways I like to use oregano is for mouth health. So I do oil pulling in the morning, and particularly around the winter time, I am supporting my immune system, and I put a drop of oregano with the coconut oil, and then I swirl that. So one day I was being a little lazy and didn't put the oregano onto the teaspoon. I took it and I went like that, and it was taking a bit of time to get out. So I glanced in the mirror just to make sure it was coming out. And as soon as I did that, it dropped onto my top lip. So I did what I told you, is I took coconut oil and I smeared it all the way around, making sure it didn't hurt. And then what did I do? I jumped in the shower, and it burnt my mouth to pieces. So I had this layer of skin peel away from my mouth. It looked like I just had Botox for about a day. And then within 2 days, honestly, all the skin had come back clean and fresh. So I didn't look like I'd actually been in, a really dangerous fire or anything. It was just hot oil peeled off and new skin came back straight away. So just a word of warning, make sure you're very careful with this oil.
Yes.
And then, I like to use it for that oral health, of course, because anything that puts into the mouth has got that nice soft sort of gum lining, goes straight into your blood system, etc.
Yeah. And of course, replacing your herbs, your oregano herbs, and use it in cooking, but being very, very careful.
Yeah. That. So we've made crackers with oregano. We've got a video on that. We show you how to do the toothpick stir in as well. And what else did we use with oregano? I think that was it.
Yeah. Italian cooking, of course.
Italian
spaghetti.
Cooking. Yes.
You could boil your spaghetti up with a drop of oregano. And that just gives a nice oregano flavour in your spaghetti.
Hey, how creative is this girl? I'd never even thought of that. You learn something new every day.
Every day.
Wonderful.
Right.
Okay, that's all we've got for oregano.
So tomorrow we've got another oil, single oil. What's the clue?
What's the clue?
Charades.
Drink. Cone hat.
Yeah, that's my queen.
TP.
Tea.
Tea. Ooh, I got a tea.
Tea.
All right. Well, look out for our post tomorrow on our next oil for top 10. And we'll also catch you in the morning because we've got BOGO going at the same time this week.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you then.
Adios.
Bye. Keep saying hello.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.